just got this guy to 40 last night, so I'm doing the Brickstown mission. I'm just gonna solo this one. Hello.
I don't know if you want people on this channel or not.
It's fine.
Where would you like to meet up at?
I'm on here a little early right now. I'm just soloing this mission, but I'll be running stuff a little later.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just chilling. I ran what's that called? The Masters Miss Liberty yesterday, and it took like 2 hours, and I'm still kind of shaking because I was the healer, and I was just like spam healing everybody. So
I got one of my lower level masterminds to 40 last night, so I'm just doing an extra bonus mission so I can get the Brickstown badge on this guy. So I'm on like an hour early.
I was worried because I was like asleep, and then when I woke up, I saw that it had started 2 hours, and at first I panicked, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, he said it would start 3 hours later." So I was just like, "Okay, I didn't fuck it up."
Yeah, I had set those times for around when my kid would be at school, but I'm not at my ex's house right now, so I'm not working on that time frame.
Okay. Is it okay if I stay on and we talk? Like, is that okay, or do you want alone time?
Actually, I am streaming, so it's be better than sitting here in silence.
Yeah. Okay.
Or me just talking to myself.
Okay. Ever since the first time we hung out, I had so much fun that I was like, I hope I can meet up with you again, like all the talks that we had. So I was glad that I was able to like hit this one, and I definitely need the all those mission badges. I have 2 characters that I'm trying to get as many badges on as possible, and the top one is still only at 1,261. I really want the till the end of the world badge, the 1,500. So, but that's I'm realizing what a fucking crack that is. I'm shocked that people keep on going after 1,500, because there's like a lot of people that I saw on the county that have like 1,651. I think that's like the max. And I was like, I
gotta
couldn't
hit this button
imagine.
since we're talking about badges.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Oh, no.
I just really like the name of like the till the end of the world badge. I think it's really appropriate for at least like the tunes that I'm trying to get badges on. One is a mashup of, I don't know how old you are, but a mashup of Daria and Buffy, and I was like, till the end of the world badge would be so perfect for her. And yeah, and then my main, like, I think that would be so perfect for him. Right now, he's running around with the Hell and Back badge, the culmination of the Halloween badges. Not meticulous, but the other accolade. So, but I would like it to be the till the end of the world badge. Do you need more people? Should I advertise this on my super group?
I'm just soloing this one because
No, no, no. I'm talking about the mayhem other one, the safeguard missions. Like, do you need more people?
I'll advertise when I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Actually, I never advertised that I was streaming.
Well, it says, don't worry about it. It says that this is the streaming channel, so I knew that.
Oh, I'm in game. I have a bind that goes into the general chat just to advertise the YouTube channel.
They are banning most political names on the game right now. So, FYI, if you have anything that's like even mildly political, you might want to like shift the name up for a little bit so things cool down.
I also put a ban on anything political in this server.
So you
like
don't need this warning.
Yeah, if you read the rules, it's not talk about anything political here.
Yeah, you will not have a problem with that with me. But I'm just someone on my super group. So there's a coalition because I'm on SOV, so it's like some ridiculous number of people on their alts. But on the super group thing today, someone came in was like, they got rid of like 10 of my characters' names and I'm destroying everything. And I was like, you know, in this coalition, you're talking about people who have like 30 plus alts. And I was like, take some time off, change things around. Don't let this like, don't throw it all away. Like, it takes a while to get these characters up here in this game if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I have a couple alts that I ended up not really liking their setup, and I changed their name to Drone. And I gave them a costume of kind of like a decommissioned hero. And just like put them in the background. And then there was like, there's already like a couple alts that like I had maxed out the build, but I didn't really have any reason to like, you know, collect badges with them. So they're kind of mothballed as well. Like when you have so many alts, there's just ones that you kind of put to the background anyway. So it's not like I do advocate for like deleting characters that you're like that haven't reached 50 and you're never going to meet again, or using up a name that someone else might use, but like just throwing it all away.
I've only deleted one character, and that's because he was my Storm Defender, and I remade him as a Marine Affinity.
Marine Affinity is so good. I made the mistake of it first. I made a Water Blast. I made a defender who was Marine Affinity Water Blast. And with Marine Affinity, since you kind of have to get like the timing down of which powers when, and the combination of the Water Blast, like I think they're called like the build up of the power. I was just like, this is a lot to get down with a character, and my favorite mastermind is Ninja's Marine Affinity. Because like I can kind of let the ninjas run amok while I like handle. I'm not really good at macros. That's probably why I'm so questionable on things like Mastermind and Controller.
I don't use macros because they take up space in the power tray. I have keybinds, so all of my mastermind commands are on the numpad.
Oh, nice. I'm always so jealous when people who are good at masterminds have all their minions dancing at once and stuff like that. Like I'm just like, that is so cool, and I don't even have like the energy to invest in trying to get that right.
I used to have binds back on live that would have like a speaking element and an emote with it, but like you're supposed to put $2 between two commands when you want to have on one bind, but I haven't gotten that to work on Homecoming for some reason.
Oh. I was only on live for a very short period of time, but it was like, I loved the characters that I made so much. And so when I heard that this game was back, I was just like, I need to, when live was on, it was the summer I was in university, and all my other roommates but one roommate was with me, and she was going through organic chemistry and having like a hellish time because it's such a difficult topic. And she was always like, you're always on that fucking game. So I made a superhero who was her, and her combat yell when she was, "Are you still on that game?" And also, I didn't give her a travel power for a long time because I wanted her to be a regular person. So she was dressed like an NPC, not like a superhero. So it would be like the Eliminator, Dr. Super, and then it was like Pam Thompson, and it was a regular woman. And people loved her so much and everything like that. I eventually caved in and got her a travel power and everything, but
I have it like one of the first characters I made in this game wasn't supposed to have a travel power because he's just a guy with a sword. But I always imagined him riding a motorcycle, but you can't get a motorcycle in this game, even though there's already a model for one.
Well, the closest you can get is the hoverboard. Like it's definitely possible to choose like flying carpet or hoverboard and never get a travel power.
The Thug's Bruiser, the animation when you summon him, he comes in on a motorcycle.
I've heard so many good things about the burnout power and thugs that you can end up like washing the game in minions. But like I have a robot force field that I called Cliche because there's so many robot force fields running around masterminds. And then I had a mercenary dark miasma because I really liked the res power that they had in the dark thing. And I liked the damage reduction if you slot the Achilles heel and enhancement on your minions. But when I like ended up completing the characters, they didn't really stick. Funnily enough, I have a petless mastermind now.
Oh god, not one of those.
Yeah, he's called Keith Himbo, and he's a sex worker who got his powers from going to like an Eyes Wide Shut type event and being chosen for like mystical gifts, but he refuses to summon any demons, so he just fights with the whips and is a kinetic. He's surprisingly good.
I wish they'd just come out with a whip power set. Like, people used to make petless thug masterminds all the time until they came out with dual pistols, and then they stopped making them.
Well, the whip is so iconic, and it is a good debuff. So. The biggest problem I have with him is like, you know, he's already incarnate level, but if like someone farts on him in Dark Astoria, he dies. So like
that's what happens when you play a petless mastermind.
Yeah.
Because
well,
their HP is the lowest in the game. The only thing that makes them survivable is having pets.
I know. His name is Keith Himbo, dude. I'm not in this for the long haul. People seem to like him though, because like a lot of other people are like, "Oh no, a petless mastermind." One time I went into a group and I was like, "Just FYI, I'm a petless mastermind," and people were like, "Burn the witch! Burn the witch!" So, funnily enough, my two viable masterminds are a ninja's marine affinity and a petless. I made a defender kinetic who was dual pistols kinetic, and I like her and I still keep her around, but it's the same thing that I ended up maxing her out and was kind of like, well, I don't really, I got the accolades on her and I was like, she's kind of, sitting in the background for now. and she kind of needs a respect. But anyway, I ended up really loving the petless mastermind kinetic because he could really end up maximizing kinetic to a really impressive degree. Like there was no. I like masterminds for the fact that in a funny way, the pets or petless, you end up being able to really zero in on your secondary power in an interesting way. Like on the pet list, I initially
Why did you suddenly start echoing? Did you go to a bathroom?
No, I was outside and now I'm inside. So I might be reverberating off the walls. It's not too bad, is it?
It just it sounded like you went into the bathroom or something, and I was like, please don't be in the bathroom while I'm streaming.
I'm definitely not in the bathroom. But initially with the pet list, I took presence, the power pool, and another power pool that gives you an end power of increased regeneration and defense. But I ended up only really needing one of them. And so I switched. Oh, I got the force of will one. And force of will, like there was a short period where I was really enamored of that power set, but I already have debuff and the boost wasn't that impressive. So I ended up switching it out with just super jump so he wasn't knocked around all the time, with acrobatics and presence.
I've done all the side missions with this guy now, so I'm gonna head into the bank. One of the main reasons I've decided to just solo this one and start the stream early is to show why I love playing Mayhem missions on a mastermind. Because I can just solo through all this shit. My pets kill all, like destroy all the things as I'm moving through the map, so I get tons of bonus time.
Have you actually gotten the Terminator badge on any of the Mayhem missions?
I think at least one of my characters has it.
Because that's a tough badge to get because all the citizens just like flee in every direction the minute you begin attacking one. And they can't really be taunted, it seems like.
Attack the door, damn it. Does your Dark Miasma character have teleport target?
Teleport target.
Yeah, I used that back on live because my first 50 was a Dark Defender, and I'd use well, back then it was teleport friend and teleport foe, but I'd use the teleport friend to stack all the dead bodies on top of each other, and then use teleport foe to bring an enemy to me so I can just res the entire team all at once.
That would be a really good idea. If I played him more often, I'd probably switch more into that. I ended up going with the typical group fly thing, so that the idea behind the mercenary guard thing was the combination of the res, and also it seemed like they would be good for PvP, but that didn't turn out to be right, with all the hold powers.
I don't really do the PvP thing. I wish
I don't either.
I wanted them to bring the base raids back, and they kind of did, but the base defenses don't actually work.
Did you stick through with live until they shut it down?
I actually left earlier than shut down because the day that the game went free, my computer had the blue screen of death, and I couldn't play the game anymore.
Oh.
By the time I had got a new computer that could play it again, shutdown had already happened.
The whole story about how live ended and everything was a really interesting read. Because this was a South Korean game.
People say that, but
and they were...
that doesn't make sense to me because their headquarters is in Rhode Island.
Well, I think it was a combination of like it wasn't
like the game is set in Rhode Island because that's where the game's headquarters was.
Yeah. They were also getting a lot of legal trouble due to people being afraid of the copyright stuff.
Plus, the game was already out for like 2 years before it even tried to launch in Korea.
So you're saying the official story's bullshit? I kind of had a feeling. I feel like there was something else going on, but it's an interesting read. That's the official story, by the way. That the head company was Korean, and they no longer thought it was profitable to keep the game going. That's what is the official story of it.
Unless it was bought by a Korean company at some point. Because all the developers are American.
Well, I knew someone on the team who was working who was an American. You have to realize companies have a pyramid scheme structure. So even though the people who are working on it might be from a part of the United States. To avoid legal battles and things like that, many companies would be set up as holding companies for another one. The story is that the company on the top of the chain was Korea.
I'm gonna swap characters now and actually start a team. I didn't type that out very well because still got like a half an hour before I was officially supposed to start, and yet I'm streaming already.
As long as people are entertained, it's not a big deal.
I think I'm going to stop the stream for a minute, and I'll come back online